The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Another CDQ home handyman job. Replacing the front entry door lock. Tools needed: flathead and Phillips screwdrivers, pliers, tape measure, pencil, hammer, power drill, and 3/8-inch drill bit. Safety precautions: safety goggles, protective gloves, chisel away from the body. Use only screws provided and recommended by the manufacturer. Keep locks clean and lubricated with products suitable for their material and finish. Okay, this is CDQ Drop a Dime YouTube production, another handyman job inside the house. Today what we're going to do is we're going to change this lock here on our front door. Okay, and we're going to replace that with a new one, and I'd like to take you through some steps, and hopefully if it's something that you would like to try and do, then at your own risk. Here's my disclaimer: I'm not a professional, nor do I have a license, nor am I a licensed technician. But this again is a novice working on replacing his own door lock. Okay, so stay tuned. CDQ, Drop a Dime Production, YouTube. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to remove these two screws holding this in place. Make sure the door is unlocked so that you can remove that and open your door. And this is a new lock that I'm replacing, so I'm hoping that it'll fit. And we're going to try and see. So we're going to just remove these two screws, the top and bottom. It's only two screws here. And that'll remove the faceplate. And you want to keep these somewhere where you don't lose them. Okay, that should just lift off as such. That's the door lock cover inside. And we got two screws here that we're going to remove as well. Hopefully you can see that. I should be zoomed in on that. And I'm not going to remove the screws completely because I want to open the door and make sure that I can catch the outside from falling. So let's take a look at that and see what we got so far. Okay, so we're going to open the door up here as such. And here's the part that I said I wanted to catch to make sure that it didn't fall. So what I can do now is just probably just hold this in place. Let's make sure that you can see that. There goes the two, and that'll allow me to at least, I think, remove this guy. Put them there where you can see it. Yeah. And it looks like I just got to remove this guy here. That attaches to the battery. Let's remove that. There we go. And we'll unloosen that, and we should be able to pull that through. Hopefully you can see all of that. There we go. Get that through. Alrighty, of course, we should be able to pull this out now. And you can see that's what was attached to it. I had to just unclamp that so that I can release that. And then I'm just going to remove the latch here. Okay, let's make sure that's all being seen. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to unscrew these 2 screws here. And again, you want to make sure that your heat is off if you're doing this in the winter, or your air conditioner is off if you're doing this in the summer, or if you're not going to spend too much time, you don't have to turn any of them off. But this is the old. Okay, just keep your screws together. Now we just need to push this from the inside, and that's come right on out. And that's the old one. Put that all together. And this is the new one. And you can see they have the, I don't know if you can see that, there's an up button here. So you're gonna make sure the up button is there when you do that. And you wanna make sure that this is facing straight up. This little part right here has a square according to the directions. And if it's not long enough, so there you can see it's not centered. Yeah, this part here is not centered, so it has to go a little longer. So I have to bring this back out and make sure I can extend that longer. Okay, I think that's as far as it's gonna go. I don't want to pull it completely out. Then we have the up button here, or not an up button, but an up diagram. Okay, now if you look at that, you can see that it's better. It's definitely in the center where it's supposed to be there. Okay, and we can put the new screws that came with that, and we'll go ahead and we'll tighten them up. Doesn't look like it's. So the other thing that I wanted to show you is that if you didn't need to adjust your deadbolt latch, you could leave it as is. But if you have to, then of course you need to make any changes to that to make sure that that new door lock does work. Okay? So we want to make sure that that's horizontal and not vertically. That's the outside frame. That's what we want. The latch to be horizontal. Okay, so we go back to putting that cable through first underneath. Make sure that goes in horizontally. There we go. Okay, so that's in horizontally. The wire and latch link parts pass through. Here's the wire and the latch bar. Install the metal plate PVC sheet to the door and tighten with 3 screws. Okay, so it looks like this guy gets pulled through here, the latch. So we got 2 long screws here that'll go through here, and that'll attach itself to the outside. I'm gonna open the door so I can hold that from falling. Okay, so what I did is I just took the connector from the inside and connected right into there. And you just want to make sure that this is horizontal, not vertical. And you want to make sure that you select to if your door swings into the left, make sure you select it to the left. If the door hinges swing out to the right, then make sure you take this little knob here, latch, and turn it to the right. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get this to fit in here now. That goes in that little latch. And I think this kind of like just slides over it. Let's see if that's the case. Because that cable here seems like it might be in the way of everything. Oh, there we go. Okay. And we'll go ahead and put the 2 screws back. We've removed 2 small screws from here, and we removed 1 long screw from here. So let's go ahead and put them back. Here's the long screw that goes there. And we'll see if we can screw that in now. Just to hold it in place. I'm not going to over tighten it, but just enough, because I might have to adjust it for the 2 screws up top here. There goes the 2 screws up top. Again, I'm not going to over tighten it. It's just the way it appears to be tight, but not over tightened. And you don't want to strip these. They did give me some spare for each one, which is really nice. So right here is either for the left or right hinge. Again, my hinge is on the left hand side of the door, so I just move this little lever there to the left side, and now I'm going to I'm going to place 4 AA batteries for that. Okay, let's go get those. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll put these 4 AA's in here. I think they... And you want to get some good ones. I'm using these cheap ones just for now, but I'm going to replace these with some really nice brand. Okay, so that's the 4 AA's. And we'll go ahead and we'll replace the face cover on that, which just slides downward. Just goes right like this here. And that just slides downward. Okay, so this is what I was referring to. If your door swings to the left to open, or if it swings to the right to open. And my left button here is to unlock the door. And the right is to lock the door. Okay, as you can see, this is the lock from the outside that we put on. It is one of these locks where you can either use your finger, or you could use a key, or you could use a password or numbers, however you want to use that. And the instructions came with that. It was pretty simple. If you guys would like for me to show you that, leave a comment in the video that you would like to see that, and I will make a video on just how you set up the functions of this outer door lock. Okay, so again, I just use my finger, and that unlocks my door. And I have it set so like 5 seconds it'll lock itself, in which it just did. It turned blue, and once that blue light goes off, the door will have locked. And as you can see, The door is now locked. Okay. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Thank you for watching, and may God, through Jesus Christ, both bless you and yours and keep you safe, now and forevermore. Amen.